Well, more details now coming in with regards to what's happened in Uttarakhand. Indian Railways now put out a statement saying that an incident that took place a short while back at Rudrapur city, where they found a 6-meter long iron pole on the track between Bilaspur road and Rudrapur city. In fact, the driver, the loco pilot, stopped the train, cleared the track and then started the train safely. What you see right now on your screens, image of that iron pole that was used. In fact, the loco pilot brought the train to halt is what we are being told. In fact, this was the train which was running at 43 kilometers per second had to undergo an immediate brake. And this was after an alert loco pilot spotted the iron pole that was found on the tracks. It is now confirmed by the railways that the iron pole was placed on the track between Bilaspur road and Rudrapur city, and train number 12091 was on the track is what we are being told. It has now been cleared. The train has resumed its journey is what we are being told by the railways. A series of such incidents have actually taken place in the last few months. If you go by the data that has been released by the railways, in the last 24 months, 18 such incidents have already taken place. Railways have already indicated that they are not ruling out the possibility of sabotage, a deliberate sabotage on the part of few antisocial elements. In fact, the list basically indicates that several of them who have been working together have seen there is a pattern that has basically emerged of how the railways are being targeted. Multiple agencies are already working on whether at all there is a larger modus operandi, and the fact that whether at all there are certain groups that are operating behind this, looking at the kind of attempts that have been made to carry out large-scale derailment. In fact, we are being told by our sources within the Indian Railways that what we have essentially seen is a spike in the number of such incidents that are taking place. Another such incident now being reported coming in from Uttarakhand, where there has been an attempt of sabotage. This is for train number 12091 is what we are being told, where an alert loco pilot actually worked on it, and this iron pole that you see on your screens was removed by the loco pilot before they resumed the journey. Let me also bring in my colleague Deepak, who's joining us from the newsroom, getting us more details. Deepak, what more details are you picking up?
Well, Shravan, the Indian Railways has put out a social media post on a major tragedy that was averted in the nick of time because of the presence of mind of the loco pilot. Let me take our viewers through the details of the post that has been put out by the Indian Railways. On 18/9/2024 at 22:18 hours, loco pilot of train number 12091 reported to station master of Rudrapur city that he found one 6-meter long iron pole on the track between the Bilaspur road and Rudrapur city at kilometer 43/10-11. Now the driver stopped the train, cleared the track and then started the train safely. Now, Shravan, this comes in the backdrop of many such attempts that were being made to derail multiple trains, be it in Uttar Pradesh's Kanpur. Multiple such incidents have been reported in Uttar Pradesh alone. Recently we saw how there was a cylinder that was placed in a pit that was dug in a track, and it was placed so that the train, while it moves, could probably lead to an accident. But that again, because of the presence of mind of the loco pilot, they stopped the train, they removed the cylinders, and what they also found was a sweet box full of explosive gunpowder, and also an IED was also found. So this comes close on the heels of a Kanpur train sabotage bid. Now the officials have launched an investigation to ascertain whether this was done by a miscreant or whether this was an accident that probably could have led to a major mishap. But all thanks to the loco pilot, his presence of mind and his alertness, even at 10:30 in that during those dark hours of the night, he spotted that 6-meter long iron pole and then stopped the train. he moved the iron pole and then proceeded on the journey. This is what we're tracking so far. Probably an investigation is also underway as to ascertain as to who placed this iron pole and what is the larger picture behind this. Is there another conspiracy bid behind this derailment bid as well?
Well, in fact, not the first such incident that has taken place. Just to bring us up to speed of the number of incidents that have been highlighted by the Indian Railways in the last few months. Well, in fact, Deepak, this is not the first such incident that has taken place. Indian Railways highlighted multiple such incidents that have taken place. Why don't you walk us through the details coming in from Indian Railways with regards to previous such cases?
Well, as of now, Shravan, as far as the Kanpur case is concerned, the NIA has launched a probe and it is a multi-agency probe that has been launched. But as far as this incident in Uttarakhand is concerned, the Railways has put out a tweet and it has said that a 6-meter long iron pole was found placed across the railway tracks and the locomotive pilot.
Well, in fact, Deepak, I'll just request you to stay on with us because Harsha is also joining us from outside the Ministry of Railways. Harsha, you've been tracking the Railway Ministry, getting us more details of the investigation that is basically underway. What more are you picking up in terms of, is there a larger investigation that has been ordered by the Ministry of Railways to look into the frequency of such incidents?
So we have got to know the incident is reported at around 11 hours at the night, and right now we have got to know the morning only station master has reverted to the CRB board and the other spokesperson and the officials of the Railway Ministry that such incident has happened in route Rudrapur Bilaspur railway track, where the old telecom pole was found on the railway track at a drop of a hat. At that time, loco pilot used his mind and wit, and the major accident was averted. But we have got to know through our sources, Railway Ministry, that a detailed investigation into this will happen, and also the officials of the particular North Zone will take up the issue, and the investigation will begin from tomorrow onwards itself. But from right now, the manual and the real-time data of when exactly the incident has happened has been recorded from the side of the Railway Ministry. So we can say that detailed investigation will begin tonight or by tomorrow, and more investigation will fall where the discussions and the loco pilot and the station master and others will be inquired about this entire incident. And Shravan, this is not the first incident. Let me tell you that in the span of 3 months, 28 such incidents of sabotaging the railway has been recorded and also was told by the Railway Ministry earlier as well. The Kanpur derailment issue is already under investigation. The officials, the agencies are working out on it, and also the SIT was also formed. Along with that, the Railway Ministry has also prepared internal report with RAF, and right now we know that in this matter also the investigation will begin by tomorrow. Back to you.
Well, before I let you go, Harsha, with regards to previous such incidents that have taken place, have they come to any sort of conclusion whether there is a larger group that is operating? Because the nature of such incidents that have taken place so far indicates that this is well planned, well orchestrated.
So, Shravan, you have rightly pointed out it's a well orchestrated, because in Kanpur also the 2 gangs were involved and also 12 arrests took place at that time. The people who were interrogated were more than 10 and 11. The local sweet shops were involved, but the investigation is not completed by the officials agencies in that matter. But in this case also, the Railway Ministry likely this has been told to us that Railway Ministry believes that it is the orchestration of the local rules of the local gangs, but it cannot be confirmed right now. More evidence is needed in this entire matter, and therefore the RPF will submit the real-time data, what happened exactly there, along with the station master and other railway officials of that zone, and then things could come out. We can understand well that it was the local gangs. How was it well orchestrated? Because in the Kanpur incident also we have seen the cylinders were bought from particular agency, and how the goons and the gangs were involved from Kanpur and Kannauj. And Railway has been now and then stating that it's not the one gang or the locals which are involved, but a larger plan of conspiracy to demean the railway efforts, where Railway has been working on the railway track since long.